guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're new here, hi, I'm Erica. If you're not new, welcome back. I'm so glad to have you guys here with me. And I also wanted to say thank you so much for helping me reach 500 subscribers. I am so thankful for each and every one of you. It means the world to me that you are here with me and I get to share my plant journey with each and every one of you. So thank you so much. So for today's video, I wanted to do an Anthurium video. I had a few repots I needed to get done this week. So I thought we could do a few repots together, and I thought it would be fun if I just give you guys a quick little update on how those plants are doing and just show you a few of my different Anthurium that I have in my collection. So you might have saw I just put out a box store plant shopping video where I went to Home Depot and Lowe's last week, but I ended up going back to Lowe's over the weekend to get some paint because we were repainting an area in my home. Of course, since I was at Lowe's, I had to go take a little look over at the plant area, and as I was looking, they ended up rolling out 2 huge carts full of new plants from Costa Farms. So I wanted to give you guys a sneak peek of what they had on the carts. I'm going to try to make it back to Lowe's later this week so I can give you guys a full tour of everything that they got in. So stay tuned to the end of this video if you guys want to see that quick little sneak peek of what I found, and also if you want to see what I ended up taking home with me. I think that is everything that we're going to cover in today's video. So if you are interested in hanging out with me today, let's go ahead and get to today's video. All right, guys, so I went ahead and grabbed our first plant we're going to be repotting. This is the Crystal Hope times Red Crystal times Pap 5x6. This one has these beautiful textured leaves. It almost looks like a Luxurian. I love this Anthurium. It is so pretty. But yeah, it is just kind of growing out the bottom here. The roots are getting really large, so I'm going to go ahead and repot this one. And for this repot, we're going to be using this, I want to say this is a 5 or 6 inch pot. We are upsizing it quite a bit. But these I get from Amazon, and they also come with little saucers. I'll be sure to link these in the description for you guys in case you are interested. I'm also going to be using my do-it-yourself Anthurium mix that I use for most of my Anthuriums. And this is just a mix of larger perlite, some Reptibark. You could also use Orchid here, some tree fern. This is the New Zealand tree fern that I get from Amazon, and then some smaller perlite. And I just will mix this all together. So let's go ahead and do that. So it's good to go. Let's go ahead and get this guy out. Hopefully you guys can see okay. I am on my floor again today. I need to get a table or somewhere where I have better lighting to film. But here at the top is just a little bit of moss. Usually when it starts growing up out of the pot, I will add a little bit of moss just to keep those roots covered. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove that. Set this tag off to the side. Then I'm just going to squeeze on the sides to loosen everything up. Here's what it looks like. So I'm just going to be setting it into this pot here. Let me go ahead and add this back in here. Then I'm just going to take a scoop of that mix and add it to the bottom. So with anthuriums, you can upsize their pot quite a bit. Most anthuriums do enjoy an upsize. Just gonna tap it down in there. Stick its tag back down in there so we know what it is. Let me set this off to the side. All right, so we have that in the new pot. And next I'm going to give it a water with my great white mica. Usually I will add this when I do a repot. It just is a beneficial bacteria that encourages root growth. I find that my anthuriums really love this. Right, so let's go ahead and give it a water using that great white. And I'll usually just water this thoroughly until it runs out the bottom. And I do like to keep a little bit of water in that saucer there at all times. And this just helps it take up water when it needs it. So there is the first repot we have to do today. So let me go ahead and grab this Luxurians next to me and we will get it moved over. All right, guys, so I went ahead and rinsed out one of these smaller pots that I use for anthuriums. I also get these from Amazon. I'll be sure to link these as well. These are a little bit taller and they're pretty small. I think they might be a 3 or 4 inch, but again, I'll put those in the description for you guys. So right here, we have my Anthurium Luxurians, and as you can see, the roots are just coming out the bottom here. So it is in need of a repot. So let's go ahead and get him out. I'm just gonna go ahead and start by squeezing the sides just to get everything a little loose. And hopefully we don't lose too many roots here. Just kind of wiggle those out, trying to prevent ripping them. Can't leave those out. That one root is really long. All right, so that is what it looks like. This one looks like it does have a little bit of leca in the mix here. I might just go ahead and leave that. But we're gonna go ahead and move him into just a little bit of an upgrade today, going from this size to this size. This one also has the moss on the top. I'm just going to take that off. I'll probably end up just refreshing a lot of this moss just because it's got a lot of algae on it. So we'll go ahead and get that freshened up today. This one started out as just a tiny little seedling I got a few months back. I think I got it probably around the beginning of spring, right when it started getting warmer out. I got it from Zara. I'm just gonna go ahead and fill in the sides here with that chunky mix. Make sure there's not any air pockets. That extra mix back in here with those little leca balls. All right, and we're just gonna go ahead and give him a water with that same myco mix that I have mixed up here. And I'm just gonna water it thoroughly until it runs out the bottom. And I'm gonna leave that excess water in there just so it can take it up as it sits off to the side. And there is that one. So let's go ahead and check the cabinet and see if there is any other ones we need to get repotted today. So let me go ahead and take a look in the cabinet, and I will get my mat cleaned off a little bit, and I will be right back. All right guys, so the next one I'm gonna repot is this Forgettii cross that I have here. As you can see, it does have one leaf yellowing off, and the reason why I leave this on here is just so the new leaf coming in can absorb the nutrients from that. This one is also growing roots out the bottom, so we're just gonna go ahead and move it into a bigger pot. This is a 5 or 6 inch pot, so I'm gonna go ahead and pot it into this one. Remove most of this moss. Alright, so I'm just going to throw this moss over here in the bin beside me. And then we're just going to give it a squeeze. See what this guy is in. It almost looks like it's in a soil mix, so yeah, so this one looks like it's in a chunky soil mix. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and get all this soil off of here and go ahead and move it into that Anthurium mix that I have with the Reptibark and the Perlite and the New Zealand tree fern. This is probably my oldest Anthurium that I have, so I probably started this one in soil. I'm not sure if it's going to like being in the new mix or not, so we're just gonna have to experiment and see how it does. But I do prefer having my Anthuriums in that mix. It just makes it easier for me to care for them, and unless there is a good reason for me not to have it in that mix and it doesn't seem to be responding well to it, then I will probably move it back or try a different mix to see what works the best for it. All right, so I'm gonna go rinse the rest of these roots off under water, and then I will clean off my mat and be right back. So let me go do that real quick. All right, so I went ahead and rinsed off the roots. I'm just gonna go ahead and add that chunky soil mix. I'm probably gonna set it a little low in the pot if I can. Oh, that leaf just fell off, so we're gonna go ahead and throw that off to the side. All right. This new leaf that was coming in looks like it got torn when I was rinsing it off, so not too happy that happened, but I didn't realize that this leaf was so new. I probably should have waited to repot it, but that's okay. I'll just remember that for next time. This one gets these really unique lobes on the top here, so they cross over each other, which I think is really neat. This one also has a little bit of a darker color. It grows really strange. It seems like whatever it's crossed with, they just aren't very compatible together, but still a really cool plant. Here is this one. It is ready to go, so I'm going to go ahead and move this one back over into the cabinet and take a look and see if there is any more we need to go ahead and get repotted today. So let me go ahead and do that, and I will be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and took a look in the cabinet. There's a lot of anthuriums that need repotting, but I actually need to order some more pots. All I have is the larger size right now, but I did find a little seedling that is growing roots out the bottom, so we're gonna go ahead and get this one repotted. This one is from Dreadrot. This is a Michelle Zara times Mag Amy. So we're just gonna go ahead and get him moved into a slightly bigger pot. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it in this one. It's just a little bit bigger than the one it is in, so I'm gonna use that to get him repotted. And for my smaller seedlings, until they get a little bit bigger, I like to just use a mixture of tree fern and perlite. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use that for the repot today. And get him out and get him into a slightly bigger pot. So let's go ahead and fill up the bottom. I do like to remove these longer twigs. And I'm gonna put it just a little bit deeper in here, that way it can just grow up out of the pot as it gets a little bigger. So let's top it off with some more of that tree fern and perlite. And I'm just gonna pack it down in there. Make sure it's covered up pretty good. All right, and then I'm just gonna add this little tag. I really like these tags. They look like they're 3D printed. Really nice tag that this little seedling came with. It looks like it's getting a little bit of sparkle there on the veining, so super excited to watch this one size up, but it is ready to go, and I'm gonna go ahead and stick that back in the cabinet, and I think that is all the anthuriums we're going to pot up together today. All right, guys, now that I got a few of those repots done, I did want to pop back over to the cabinet and just kind of show you guys an update on all my little anthuriums. You might have saw me unbox these in some of my previous videos, so I thought it'd be fun if we just walk through everything and I just show you how everything is looking. So right here we have my silver blush. This is one I got from Yucca Genera, and all the leaves melted off of it during shipping, so it just had a little root system left. I ended up putting it into a humidity dome and it ended up sprouting back, so this is how it is looking. This newest leaf here has a lot of silver sparkle on it, so it's really pretty. Over here we have this repap, and this one gets these really pretty red emergent leaves. I don't want to disturb it too much, but I just think this one is really gorgeous. But here in the back we have that Zara Michelle we just repotted. Let me go ahead and move this guy so we can take a look back here. So back here we have this It's Mr. Worldwide times SP Nov DF. This one is also from Dread Rot. Look at this newest leaf coming in on here, guys. Isn't that so pretty? I just love the shape of this one. I'm super excited to watch it grow. And next to that, we have the Brown Derby times Zara Michelle. This one comes in with almost like a bluish color to the leaves, if the camera's picking it up. But I just think it is so gorgeous. It's currently working on a new leaf. Super excited to watch that one size up. Let me scooch these ones over. So right here we have the Regale. I think this one is so pretty. It's looked like it's going to sprout a new leaf for a while, but it actually hasn't done much. Over here we have this Bessier times Bench little seedling. I got this one from Rare Plant Fairy. I actually got the larger plant and it had a little offshoot with this little baby on it. So it's doing really well. I just have it over here under this humidity dome. This little cup, we have a Anthurium Windy. So this was a giveaway that I think my husband won. I'm not sure if this is the one that gets the long strappy leaves. It was just given to us as Anthurium Windy. So let me know if you know what this one is. Back here in another humidity dome, we have that Anthurium Mikey Roy times Tazula Red Crystal. This one seems to be doing okay. It's still a little seedlings. And this right here is my Anthurium Crystallinum times Papillinum in cross. So as you can see, it had this really gorgeous darker colored leaf with the bright green, almost like neon color veining, and I thought that was really pretty, which is why I got it. This is its newest emergent, still having that bright green veining on it, but it has upsized quite a bit if you look at the size of that leaf compared to its previous leaves. So a really cute one. Back there is that Forgettii cross that we just repotted. So let's go ahead and look on the second shelf here. On the second shelf, we have that Luxurians we just repotted. And this right here is that Anthurium Bessier times Bench that I got from Rare Plant Fairy. This one had this single leaf on it when I got it. So it does have that darker color to it. It's almost blue. So it kind of looks like it's mixed with Papillinum. This leaf on here was its second leaf, which I thought was just absolutely gorgeous. I really love this leaf. It's currently working on a new leaf over here. I think I'm gonna end up having to repot this one soon, but I'm gonna wait till that new leaf comes in. This is that Crystal Hope cross that we just repotted. Back here we have the Aki times Tim Anderson Mag Pap. So this one comes in with orange emergent leaves, which are really pretty, and it has that very sparkly veining like from the Doriaki. So I think this is such a beautiful Anthurium. Love that one. I think this is a Doc Block cross with Swamp Manii, I believe. But this one is really pretty. It has that red veining that you see on the Doc Blocks. So I just think this is a really gorgeous one. Down here on the bottom, we have the Dark and Stormy times Tim Anderson Crystal Mag times Tim's Black. This one is so pretty, but it has been getting, the ends of the leaves have been getting a little messed up as they come in. So we're trying to figure out what's causing that. Hopefully we get it figured out soon, because this is a really gorgeous Anthurium. As you can see, it has that darker color. We did move it down here to this bottom shelf. It's currently getting less light. This is its newest emergent. They come in this really beautiful burgundy red color. So I think that is so pretty. Back here, we have the Crystal Hope times Red Crystal times Zara Michelle times Turtleback. So I really love the shape of these leaves. They're really nice and round. So the leaves on this one are super pretty. They get the red veining with the sparkle. Super cute Anthurium. Next to that, we have my Dock Black Michelle. This one is so gorgeous. This was a wish list plant for me. I was super happy when I finally got one of these. And next to that, we have another red crystal. It almost looks very similar to that Dock Black, but this one was purchased from the Green Escape. So it was just a little seedling. And yeah, I think it's just some type of red crystal cross, but it's coming in very similar to the Dock Black, which I think is really cool. So there's that one. And back here we have that Dock F2 times FSRL. This one started off not the best. It ended up having a lot of discoloration going on its leaves, which I'm not sure if that's a lighting issue or what. So we went ahead and moved it down here at the bottom. Here's another leaf that was doing that. So this newest leaf doesn't look too bad. So let's just hope that this one will bounce back. So up here at the top, we have that Luxurians times Radicans. You guys might know that this is one of my favorite Anthuriums. I love this one. It is just super laid back. It's just a really gorgeous plant. Next to that, we have Anthurium clarinervium. This is its newest leaf. It's just really soft and velvety. I'm not sure if this one is crossed with another plant, but I just really love this clarinervium. And over here we have my biggest Anthurium, which is the crystallinum. So there is that one. And then up here at the top we have that Politiforum. I ended up moving it out of the light and it seems a lot happier a little bit away from the light. So I ended up having to get this one down from the top shelf. But this is one of my favorite Anthuriums in my collection, Anthurium Bessier AFF. So this is one that I got from Yucca Genera, but I just really love this new leaf on here. I think it is so gorgeous. Let me grab another one from this top shelf. So this one is another Green Escape find. And this one has a little bit of a longer shaped leaf. It almost reminds me of that Queen Anthurium. I'll put the name below. I can't think of the name right now, but it has that long elongated leaf. So I'm not sure. I think it was sold to us as a Mag Pap cross. So super curious to see what this ends up looking like because it is getting that more elongated leaf shape. So I'll keep you guys updated on that one. Lastly, up there we have the Anthurium Vecchi. This one is currently getting a little bit bigger of a leaf. So super excited to watch that one size up. So I will keep you guys updated on all these plants. Alright, so I just happened to be at my Lowe's when they got a couple new carts of new shipments in from Costa Farms. So let's just take a look and see what they have. Starting off, they had this silver dollar begonia, which I haven't seen before here. They had some little ferns and a whole bunch of hanging baskets. It looked like most of them were golden pothos. They did have a Hoya Bertinae back there and this cute Syngonium and a few others. Down here at the bottom, they had these plants that just got in. Those are the $20 self-watering pots. I really liked this colorful algonoma. I thought it was really gorgeous and pink. And up here at the top, they had some white wizard philodendrons and some ring of fire. On the other side, they had a few of those 598 plants in the middle. This Cebu blue pothos really caught my eye. I love this pothos. Here is a closer look at that ring of fire. I was super excited to see a bunch of these Burl Marks flames. More ferns and pothos here in the middle and a few more hanging planters. They had these huge philodendron, I think they're black cardinals that I thought were really pretty. A lot of Majesty palms mixed in there and a few others. And lastly, they had these huge fiddle leaf figs. But there is a sneak peek, and I will try to come back here in a few days and give you guys a full plant tour. Alright guys, so I wanted to show you what I ended up taking home with me. So I did end up grabbing one of those Monstera Burl Marks Flames. I thought this one was really cute because it had that fenestration on its newest leaf. But yeah, I ended up passing this one up in my last box store plant shopping video. So I knew I had to go ahead and take one of these home this time. So this is what I ended up taking home with me. That wraps up today's video, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like. If you aren't already subscribed, please consider subscribing to my channel. I will be doing a giveaway here soon. I wanted to thank you guys for being here with me. So stay tuned for details on that giveaway here soon. If you aren't a member of my Patreon, please consider joining my Patreon. I will put the information in the description for you guys. With that said, I hope you guys have a great week, and I will talk to you soon.